Since 2015, the Farm2Fork trade show has allowed Shenandoah Valley food and beverage producers to connect with buyers and businesses across Virginia, West Virginia, and the Washington market.
The Farm2Fork Affair is a local foods trade show where we invite local producers and makers from around the Shenandoah Valley to come and exhibit their products and network with other buyers and different food businesses across the state. During the pandemic, we saw a huge increase in demand for local products. When the regular grocery store shelves turned up empty, people started turning to their local producers. And one of the things that we really want to encourage as Virginia Cooperative Extension and as the Farm2Fork Affair Planning Committee, all of our partners in the Shenandoah Valley, we want to encourage the producers to still reach out to those markets, and we really want to encourage consumers and retail and wholesale buyers to still support local.
The story about Wholesome What I Know it's been around since 1964. They started one building, small poultry plant, and we have grown to many companies within the main company. We got involved with the Farm2Fork as we were looking for different outlets to put our name out there, because now we have our Old Dominion ham, that's our brand, and we actually talked to some vendors for local eggs to maybe sell in our stores, and we actually got some water contracts for the water that we bottle here for local vendors, and so it's just basically helping out your fellow neighbor, and maybe we didn't know what they produced, and so we just learned about each other.
We're going to start stocking in our retail stores a lot of the products that we've seen at that show that we don't stock in our retail stores. That event, I think for me, was just realizing that there's always room to bring more people into your business. There's always room to stock, more products. There's always a need, to bring new ideas and new products to the storefront.
And a trade show like the Farm2Fork Affair gives producers that opportunity to differentiate themselves, to have a memorable connection with a buyer. Whereas if they were trying to do it online, they might make an impression, but it's not the same as a memory and a really the foundation of an in-person, really personable relationship. Martha and Gary Lance with Cannon Hill Farm in Mount Jackson are a great example of a Farm2Fork Affair producer. They've participated for several years, and they produce all of their beef right there on their farm in Mount Jackson. And being able to find wholesale buyers to sell their product is really important.
The middleman, there's no use to make him rich. We just as well direct market to the individual. We don't have an internet, we don't have a website, so we don't advertise on them. Most of our sales are direct marketed through word of mouth. When somebody decides to purchase the beef, we give them a cut sheet. They fill the cut sheet out and we get the deposit. The meat is cut, wrapped, and frozen to their specification. All of our beef is vacuum packed. It goes in coolers. We put it in a refrigerated van and it's shipped that way. We don't ship anything common carrier. It's all delivered personal. It's got the personal touch.
We've had some specialty food producers that have been located here for a long time, but there's still so much room for new producers to start up. And what we love to see is a local farm adding value to their farm products by producing something, whether it's producing a cheese out of the milk or making jams and jellies and pickles out of the vegetables that they're already growing.
When it's smaller like this with the products, it's more of a family. So when you come here to Wholesome Foods, okay, hey, members of my community did that, so I'm gonna go there today, and we have a lady in there, her name is Diane, we call her Mama. But we have many guests that come in, hey, how's Mama today? Where's Mama? What's Mama fixing? So we're a family, and we hope to bring people into that family.
The Farm2Fork Affair is really open to everyone because we believe that there's a match for everyone out there. Not just the relationships to be built between local producers and local buyers, but also distributors and processing facilities and everything in between that make our local food system strong and resilient. I really am optimistic about the future of agriculture, and I'm hopeful about what that means for our small and mid-sized producers in the Valley.
The next Farm2Fork Affair is scheduled for March 2025. In the meantime, the Virginia Food and Beverage Expo, a statewide producer networking event, returns to Richmond in March 2024. Reporting from Richmond, I'm Norm Hyde.